Greetings everybody, how y'all doing out there today? It's your favorite dark-skinned chick, Rashida Strober, aka the world's first dark-skinned activist and the inventor of dark-skinned activism. And I am here at the venue. I'm getting ready to perform.
Teased me for being overweight and dark-skinned. Crispy biscuit, how you told Delphine that dark-skinned women look like men?
Loves me just the way I am, black, dark-skinned, nappy-haired and all.
And women are crazy no matter what color they are, and I'm sorry.
My name's Georgiana Nelson. If I say I'm black and ugly, that's crazy. I want the paper to get in trouble. Then my mama hit me. She hit me real hard. She don't like me. She say I'm black. She say I'm ugly and I'm retarded. I'm not retarded. My mama say nobody love me. I don't got nobody. I don't got nobody. Nobody don't love me.
Rashida Strober, aka the world's first dark-skinned activist. Rashida Strober, aka the inventor of dark-skinned activism. Rashida Strober, the woman who put dark skin on the map. That's right. That's right. You're looking at the inventor of dark-skinned activism. You're looking at the person that invented the actual phrase dark-skinned activist. You see, when people were afraid to talk about it, when people were afraid to talk about dark skin discrimination, when people were sweeping it under the rug, before the prevalence of YouTube, before the Facebook, Rashida was there. I'm the first. I'm the first. I'm the first. Yep, the world's first dark skin activist. And those of you that follow me, y'all know that I always give shout outs to Cola Booth. Hey, if you don't like it, that's not my problem. Because at the end of the day, Cola Booth is the first person that really address dark-skinned female beauty discrimination head on. And if you do your research on this, you would know that. And that's why I always give her her respect. Whether or not I agree with her on different things or not, I'm gonna always give her that respect because it's historical. But Rashida Strober is the world's first dark-skinned activist. Rashida Strober is the one that put dark skin on the map, dark-skinned activism on the map, because no one even heard of dark-skinned activism before me. Nobody did. And I have to make that point when I do my videos, because I have to let the world know. I have to let the world know because people are so disrespectful, and in particular, a lot of black people are very disrespectful because sometimes black people don't want to give you the credit where it's due. But see, one thing about me, I'm not a liar, I'm not a plagiarist, I'm not a hater. I tell the truth. I tell the truth and I give credit to where it's due. And if you don't want to give me my respect and give me my credit, I'm taking it. Because I know what the truth is and I know what my historical legacy is. So I have to come out and let you know that you looking at the inventor of dark-skinned activism, Rashida Strober. I put it on a map. In fact, I'm writing a book right now and I'm going to be releasing it in 2017. It's called Inventing Dark-Skinned Activism, and I'm going to be giving y'all the history of how I invented dark-skinned activism. You know, I was speaking, y'all, this might be a long one, y'all, so y'all get y'all a little tea or whatever. I got me some coffee here, got my little Starbucks coffee here. Yep, I like Starbucks. Yeah, I do. It's really good coffee. No cream, no sugar. I just take it. I take it straight black. See that? Anyway, y'all. Yeah, so I was y'all, I've been going through a little bit of frustrations. You know, it's always been ups and downs and peaks and valleys and highs and lows and that kind of thing. You know, in the work that I've been doing for all these years. You understand what I'm saying? So recently, you know, people follow me on the internet. They come and they contact me. I had this person contact me, and while the person may have meant well, I have to say this because this is something that the people that my fans, my haters, whoever, I have to say the truth. This person contacted me, and I'm open. I talk to anybody, you know, because that's just the nature of the beast. That's what it is. I'm open and I'm willing to talk to people. Okay, so this person calls me and starts to make all of these critiques, particularly to my website. And, you know, they were making critiques, and I'm open to critiques. But I'm at the point of right now, understand me very clearly. Listen to me very clearly. I'm going to be addressing a lot of issues. Particularly, I'm going to get on Serena in a few minutes, but I got to address this issue. I'm open to your critiques, but you must understand that what I do takes money. And this is the one thing, I don't know if it's a situation where our people not understanding this or what the deal is. But what I do takes money. Just like what any other activist does, or what any other playwright does, or what any other business does, what I do takes money. And so while this person wanted to get on the phone and talk to me, and what I considered it to be wasting my time, because at the end of the day, I felt like they became very disrespectful towards me. I felt like they did not spend enough time researching my work that spans from 1998. Yep. I invented dark skin activism way back in 1998. I've since gone on to write A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. I've since gone on to produce the play myself since 2006. I've since gone on to write 4 books. And now I'm doing the Dark Skin Tour, the first Dark Skin Tour in the world, whether or not people want to give me credit or not. The historical legacy is there. If I drop dead today or tomorrow, guess what, folks? It's laid down. It's laid down. It is what it is. So you're going to respect me as such. That's all I'm saying. And I find that some of these people that are contacting me, they're disrespectful towards me. They're not respecting my hard work. They're not respecting my legacy. And one of the ways that they're showing me this is, you know, you want to make all these criticisms and critiques, but you ain't trying to put no money behind it. You're sitting up here, you know, pretty much wasting my time. And then when I try to explain to this person, okay, here is XYZ, or did you read my book? You know, the information is here, or the changes that you're suggesting, while I'm very open to those changes, they do cost money to implement. And that's one thing I would say that white people, they do understand that. A lot of our black people understand it too. But some of us are just really, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Y'all, sorry about that noise back there. I got some clothes up there that I'm drying, washing clothes. I like to, you know, get my little housework done. Ooh. On Saturday. Spilled a little coffee there, but that's okay, because I got on a pair of black tights. So the black tights and the black coffee will blend in. Anyway, like I was saying, so yeah, just very disrespectful of the hard work that I've been putting in, the fact that I've been putting in my own money, and just in 2014 allowed the public, those that, you know, agree with what I'm doing, to come in and invest in what I'm doing. So, you know, my whole thing is this. I don't mind your critiques. I'm always open to critiques. But here's what our people need to understand. Please do not, you know, contact me and waste my time if you're not going to help, if you're not going to be a part of the solution, if you're not going to, you know, make a donation. You know, and this person, their particular issue is with the website that I have. And, you know, I actually spent a long time mapping out that website. And to be honest with you, I try to support black businesses, black-owned businesses. I went through a whole lot of black web developers. And a lot of them, some of them was hating on me. Some of them didn't want to be bothered. Some of them lied to me. You know, I went through a whole lot of BS getting my website up. And people don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that you put behind that. You understand what I'm saying? When you're building something. They're only there in the end when it's already built. But they don't want to respect the history of what has gone on behind it. And so this person was critiquing, and I spent like $500 to build my website, thanks to the kind contribution of one of my fans and supporters that gave me the money. And guess what? That money actually went into the hands of an African-American female web developer. So I'm Black economic development in action. I don't just sit up here and talk about it on the internet. I actually live what I speak. And I just don't appreciate people disrespecting me and wasting my time. So I'm just going to say this. For those of you that are interested in contacting me, I'm open to your critiques, but put something behind it. Donate some money behind it. You know, donate, volunteer some of your time behind it. And by the way, I do want to say thank you to every person in 2016 that has donated money, that has volunteered, because I do have some people, some fans out here that have been so wonderful and so supportive, and oh my God, I thank you. Listen, words are not enough to let you know what's deep in my heart and how I feel about, you know, how you have, you know, supported me and believe in the mission and vision of what I'm doing. I appreciate you for respecting me, first of all, you know, because money can't buy respect. That's the one thing. Money can buy the resources that you need to make the different moves that you need, but money cannot buy respect. Money cannot buy talent. Money cannot buy discipline and hard work. Money can't buy those. It's certain things that money cannot buy. And I have learned that, okay? So all money ain't good money. But my point that I want to make is I want to thank everybody that has supported me and been behind me, and I just love y'all and I thank y'all so much. But I just don't want people, because I'm working my butt off to make stuff happen. I produced 4 shows with the help of my supporters in 2016, and I thank y'all so much for that. And I'm growing and I'm moving forward. So I don't want people, you know, if you're not serious, if you're not willing to, you know, put action or money behind your critiques, then please, we don't want to waste each other's time. We want to be respectful. I want to be respectful of your time, and I want you to be respectful of my time. Now, with that being said, let me move right along. Let me talk about Serena Williams. Let me get on Serena Williams for a minute here. And let me just say this, you know, Serena Williams is one of those people that I love and respect and I admire. And I have been loving and respecting and admiring her work, and particularly her father, way back when they first came out. Okay, I'm not just now knowing who Serena Williams is. I remember when they first came out, they had the cute little braids and the beads in their hair and all this kind of stuff. And I remember, because I paid attention to this, I remember how the media used to poke fun and make fun of, you know, a lot of the things that their father used to say about race, in terms of his daughters being black and interacting in this world, this world of race, in terms of tennis, as it relates to tennis, and the things that could take place. And, you know, people would just make all kinds of, the media would make all kinds of snide remarks about him and try to turn him and paint him as this angry black man. But I understood exactly what he was saying. And I remember he said something to the effect of not wanting his daughters to get into this world and wind up marrying a man that was not black. He said something to the effect of that. And this was back in like around 2000, I would say between 99 and maybe 2003, somewhere in those years. You know, he stopped being in the public eye in terms of the media so much after they began to advance in their careers, like, you know, later on, like around, I would say maybe 2005, 6, 7 and on. But in the early years, their father was there. And I just feel like this man, they talked about how he was the one that, he even talked about how he was the one that turned them into basically the tennis superstars that they became, because he taught them the game of tennis. You know what I'm saying? And to me, you know, the way I'm looking at it, because y'all know I'm the dark-skinned activist, so I'm going to give it to you from my point of view. This is the dark-skinned activist point of view. This is not anybody else's point of view. Let's get that clear. So I'm looking at this dark-skinned man, this hard-working dark-skinned man, this intelligent dark-skinned man, this dark-skinned man that has a consciousness in him as a black man, raising his daughters, taking care of his family, a stand-up black man. And so when I think back to all of that, you know, and let me also say this, I've been conscious for the longest. Consciousness is not, you know, you got all these conscious people coming on YouTube. Yes, we have a new platform, the internet, to express our conscious views. But before the internet, before YouTube and Facebook, you know, I've been conscious. Before it was popular to come on and, you know, pretend and fake, because there's a lot of pretenders and fakers out here. I'm the real deal. You know, I've done the grassroots work. I've worked in the organizations. I put in the work. So I understand what consciousness is. My father was a Muslim. He taught me at a young age what consciousness is. The internet and YouTube and all these so-called conscious gurus, that's nothing new to me. And I could see, you know, I kind of decipher the real from the fake, you know, because I've been in the movement for a long time. Let's get that real clear. So I want to say that to say this. It's obvious, it was quite obvious to me that Serena Williams' father has a level of consciousness in him as a black man, else he would not have made the comments that he made. And I understood what he was saying, and I agree with what he was saying, and I respect him most of all for being a stand-up black man who believed in his daughters and loved his daughters enough to show them a way to make money, to build wealth. And I just look at this dark-skinned man and all the hard work he put in, and I look at that in the context of now you have Serena Williams, who is engaged to a non-black man. And to me, that's a damn shame. I feel like it's sellout behavior. I feel like it's betrayal. I feel like, you know, it's in a sense, and I don't know this because I've never spoken to her father, although I will say this. I did meet Serena one time. I'm pretty sure she probably would not even remember that. It was in the airport. Once I was coming through to pick up my ex-husband. He was coming back home from Jamaica, and I was there to pick him up, and I was just kind of milling around waiting on him, and I saw Serena, and I will say she was very gracious and very kind to me. She was very sweet, and I never forgot it. And when I met her, I was like, I even had a even higher level of respect for her, because make sure this is closed so it don't drip no more, because I don't want my coffee, my black coffee, no sugar, no cream, because I ain't got no sugar. I like it black, straight black. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna drink it like this right here. There we go. So I remember when like I said, when I met Serena, she was just, my level of respect went from here all the way up to here, because she was just kind and gracious. You know, some celebrities, I lived out in Los Angeles as well, and I've met celebrities before, and you know, some people can be kind of like, you know, stuck up, but she wasn't like that. And she's absolutely gorgeous and stunning in person. People could say whatever they want, and that brings me to another point. You know, I remember this very wealthy white guy. I remember him making a comment about Serena Williams and her sister looking like men. You know, and I can go pull it up because I put it on my Facebook page about 2 years ago. And you know, all these nasty comments, these racist comments that they would make about them. And it's just like, how could you, in looking at all this stuff, and looking at the racism directed towards you, Serena Williams, and looking at the fact that your dark-skinned father, people always talk about how the black man don't do this, but this is a black man that actually, if you want to really be technical about it, he's the reason, he's the foundational reason for why you are at the level you're at right now. He is, because he taught you the game. He groomed you. He was your coach. He's the foundation. And when you look at all of this, you say to yourself, you know, oh my God. I say to myself, as a dark-skinned activist, looking at trying to bring the black man back to the dark-skinned woman in balanced numbers, I look at this and I say to myself, well, I be damned. How could you do this? How could you do this? And people have came up with a lot of different rationalizations for it. Oh, well, black men thought she was ugly. Oh, they just want to sleep with her. They don't really want to be with her and marry her. The black men that she dated, they could have wiped her up. They, you know, all these let me tell you something. While all of that may be true, or some of that may be true, let me tell you, here's what I do know. I do know that there are billions of people on earth. There are billions of people on earth. And there is no way that anyone could convince me or tell me that if Serena Williams wanted to be with a black man, that she could not be with a black man. Given the fact that there's billions of human beings on earth, and those billions includes the black man. Okay? You can't convince me of that. You can't tell me of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and people, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make logical sense. So her decision to become engaged to this non-black man is something that she wanted to do. it's quite obvious, and I see it as betrayal. A lot of people have chided me on not addressing black women who date outside of their race or who step outside of their race. And for the longest, you know, and I let people know this is the reason why I haven't honed in on black women who do that. And it's because you must understand that when people become activists, they do it based upon, most of them do it based upon their personal experience. So I was thinking in terms of my personal experience. Dark skin activism, that's why y'all gotta read my book. Y'all gotta study me. Y'all gotta read my book. When I put out Inventing Dark Skin Activism, you'll know that the reason I started this whole, it started with me. It started with my issues as a dark-skinned black woman. And I decided that I was gonna use my art form and I was gonna use my abilities to speak on it in terms of starting with my own experience. So when I started this movement, it came out of me wanting the love of the black man and seeing all the problems that, you know, were between the black man and the dark-skinned black woman and not feeling loved and appreciated as a dark-skinned black woman. Dark-skinned activism, Rashida Strober becoming the world's first dark-skinned activism, the writing of my books, Darkism, How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. Folks, it all stems from me, Rashida. So that is the reason why, and I am a woman, I'm a black woman that loves black men. No, going through a divorce right now, but I was married to a dark-skinned black man for a long time, and give me another black man husband one of these days. It's gonna happen. I love black men, and I want black men's approval and acceptance. Now, that's me. That is who I am. I'm not here to speak on anybody else in terms of how they feel in terms of, you know, the situation between black men and them in terms of knowing about their situation personally on that level in terms of activism and that kind of thing. I'm just trying to tell you where my activism started at and the reason why I never spoke on black women issues is because I was so focused in my head on in terms of how can I gain the love and respect and admiration of a black man. How can I get me a black man? Because I wanted to feel wanted by the black man because it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing, folks. So with that being said, now I'm starting to focus a little bit more on the black woman situation because and the reason I'm speaking on Serena, because if I speak on something, it has to touch me in my heart. I'm not gonna just be out here talking on stuff just to be talking or just because it's popping or I don't do that. I speak from my heart, what I feel. I need to feel it in my soul. And like I said, I always respected and loved Serena Williams and her sisters, and I was young when they came out. We're around the same age. They made a very deep impression on me as black women. I said, here's these beautiful dark-skinned black women, and I start to see all the attacks on them by black people, white people in terms of how they look. And I said, wait a minute, these sisters is so talented and they got the backstory of their father, and I was just so proud of them. And I still am. And that's the reason why I'm speaking on this. Not so much as an attack on Serena Williams, because I'm a black woman, I'm a dark-skinned black woman, she's a black woman, and I know that they've had their share of issues within the black community and without. But it's just, to me, it's just like how, my whole thing is this. I feel that black people sometimes, we give up too quick. We're not fighters. And see, I'm a fighter. If y'all listen to my story, I put it out there for y'all for free. Go watch it, A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph. If you listen to that audio book, A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story. If you listen to that audio book, then you know I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. I never give up. You get knocked down, you get yourself up, and you fight back. And you do that in all realms of life. So I feel like black people don't do that enough in terms of black relationships. We just give up too quick. We just say, oh, well, he don't like me because I'm dark skinned or this, that, and the third. So I'm going to go out and get me a non-black man. Or, oh, she don't like me because I'm dark, I'm going to go get me, or she did this to me. No, you stay in, you fight, you work it out. You work it on out. Black people, we're not working it on out. We're just throwing in the towel. We're just walking away. We're just giving up, and that's weak to me. That's weak behavior. You are never supposed to give up. This right here, this dark skin right here, honey, it's my legacy. It is my legacy. And I'm very proud, no matter what I've gone through in the past for being dark skinned, no matter what I've gone through with black men, I know that there are some wonderful black men out there that love and respect and appreciate dark skinned black women in particular, and black women in general. I know that. And as such, that is the reason why I continue to do what I do. Because it's in here. It's always been in here. It's my passion. It's my life's work. So I'm not going to stop. You know, I've even had people tell me, I've had people come onto social media and Facebook tell me, oh, you're going to get you a non-black man. You're going to be next. Oh, really? You don't know me very well. You don't know me very well. Because if I wanted to do that, let me tell you something. If I wanted to do that, I could have done that a long time ago. Easy. All different races, okay? Arab, Puerto Rican, Spanish, white, Russian, whoop-de-doo. But I choose to stay in the fight and remain fighting to keep my black man and my black woman. That's what I choose to do. It's a choice. It is a choice. Now, if you're choosing to do otherwise, that's a choice too. But I'm going to tell you something. You cannot have a strong black family and ultimately black nationhood if the black man and black woman keep going this way and keep saying, oh, well, we got all these problems and this, that, and the third. That's not, it's just not going to happen, folks. We got to stay in. We got to stay in the game. And we got to stick to the, we got to keep fighting. That's all I'm saying. And it's just very disappointing to me. I would have loved to see Serena marry a black man. Because like I said before, I know, even with all the issues that I have had, I have been called every name in the book by black men. I have. They've done it on social media. They've done it off social media. Ever since I was, came out my mother's womb. All right. I have been attacked for the way I look. Okay. It's the Rashida Strober story. Blah, 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 blah. Getting tongue tied. But again, it's a choice. I know intellectually that all black men do not behave in the fashion as the black men have behaved, the ones that have treated me bad. I know this. So why am I going to go run off and say, oh, because I was treated this way, let me go get me a non-black? No, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make any sense. And that's all I'm saying here. And it's just like, oh my God, it is very disappointing to me. It is disappointing. And people say, well, why you were first? People always going, why you worried about what this person is doing? If the person is a celebrity, they're in the public eye. They gonna get talked about. They gonna get talked about. They are public figures. If they don't want to be talked about, then don't be in the public eye. Simple as that. If you don't want to be, people talk about me all the time. Talk. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Say what you got to say. Just don't touch me. Just don't touch me. I'm not opposed to people's freedom of speech. And I am in the public eye. I am on YouTube. I am all over the internet. I've been on TV. I am in the public eye. So for me to be mad about somebody saying that doesn't make any sense. Serena Williams is in the public eye, folks. And she's going to get talked about. She's going to get talked about in a good way and a bad way. Look, it was the white media that broke the story. It was the white media that broke the story. So, if that's the case, if y'all, those of you that don't worry about why I'm talking about her, then why is the white media talking about her? That doesn't make any sense. These people are public figures. Understand that very clearly. So, that's my take. And then I also made this video because several of my fans, they asked me what is my opinion on it. I talked about it on Facebook. And now I had a little bit of time because y'all know I got the dark skin tour. I'm putting all that together. Y'all, I'm working. I'm putting in work. I'm always putting in work. I'm never going to quit. Rashida Strober, the world's first dark skin activist, the inventor of dark skin activism. I like saying that because it's true. And It just sounds so good when I say it. So yeah, those are the reasons why I'm speaking on the dark-skinned Serena and her marrying a non-black man. Duh. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my take on it. Of course, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all can put y'all comments in the description box, you know. Also, I got the Dark Skin Tour kicking off 2017 in Tucson, Arizona. I'm also going to be talking on, I'm going to be doing a live Google Hangout next Sunday. Not Google Hangout, but it's YouTube Live because they changed it. I got to keep remembering that. Anyway, it's going to be next Sunday, January 15th. I'm going to be talking to a white lady, exposing, darkism. See, black people beat me over my head all the time and talk all this crazy talk about, you know, what I be saying. But maybe if it's coming out of the mouth of a white person, then maybe you'll be a little bit more nice to me. You know, maybe you'll accept what I'm saying. And that's another shame. That's another form of darkism. That I can't say it, but if a non-dark skinned person says it, then you accept it and you believe it. But you know what? One thing ain't gonna never change. Rashida Strober is the world's first dark-skinned activist. Rashida Strober is the inventor of dark-skinned activism. I'm dark-skinned. It's me. It's Rashida Strober, and that ain't gonna never change. You can be mad. You can disagree. That ain't gonna never change. Anyway, look out for that. Look out for that next week. Donate to the dark skin. Click that link below. Donate to the campaign to help me continue my work. The Dark Skin Tour. I'm working on adding on more cities. You want me to come to your city? Like I told you now, we got to be serious. You can contact me, but I'm a solution-oriented person. So if you're not about the solutions and you just want to call me to criticize and critique, I'll listen to the criticism and critiques, but come with a solution, okay? And I want to thank y'all for watching this video. I love all my subscribers, and I'm going to talk to y'all on next Sunday, or maybe I'll make another video. Thank y'all for watching this video, and get my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.